I can't turn off my bedroom lights, and I think I finally know why. I used to make fun of people who believed in ghosts or the paranormal. I'm a rational person, engineering background, raised by logical thinkers, the kind of guy who rolls his eyes at horror movies and scoffs at ghost stories. But I'm not laughing anymore, because I can't turn off the lights in my bedroom. And I'm starting to understand why Dot had started small. One night, I flicked the switch off before going to bed, like I always do, and nothing happened. Light stayed on. Figured it was a faulty switch or a wiring issue. Didn't think much of it. Next day, I replaced the switch myself. I'm good with that kind of thing. Still didn't work. Tried killing power at the breaker. The entire apartment went dark, except for my bedroom. That was the first time I felt uneasy. I called in an electrician a few days later. Nice guy, older, knew his stuff. He checked the outlets, checked the circuits, checked everything. His face changed when I told him the light wouldn't turn off, even with the breaker tripped. That's not possible, he said, almost to himself. He unplugged everything, even opened up the fixture. Power should have been completely dead. And yet, my bedroom glowed like nothing was wrong. White, clean, perfectly steady, no flicker, no hum. He didn't charge me when he left. Just said I should get it checked out. Whatever that meant. That's when I started noticing the other things not at first. It was subtle. I'd catch glimpses of something in the corner of my eye when I sat up in bed, like a shadow moving, or something standing perfectly still in the far corner of the room. But it was never there. When I looked it got worse when I tried to sleep. I could feel something watching me. You know how sometimes you just know someone's staring at you? It was like that, but heavy, oppressive, like a pressure in the room. Like the light wasn't keeping the room bright, but keeping something else dim. I tested it one night. I set up my phone on a tripod, hit record, and left it filming overnight. Next morning, I checked the footage at exactly 3:13 a.m. The feed glitched. Just for a second, a static distortion, like something passed in front of the camera. And for that brief moment, something was visible standing by the door. It looked wrong. Human-shaped, but smeared, like it wasn't supposed to be captured by a lens. Just blurred blackness where a person should be. That's when I realized the light wasn't broken. It was a barrier. And whatever was standing there didn't want me in the dark. I tried ignoring it, but the longer I left it, bolder it got. I'd hear faint whispering when I was drifting off to sleep. Breathing that wasn't mine. Scratching under the bed, light tapping from the inside of the closet door. And then, last night, the light started to flicker. I panicked. I dragged every lamp I owned into the room. Desk lamps, flashlights, even my phone's flashlight. Anything to push the shadows away. For a few hours, it worked. But just before dawn, something terrifying happened. The light pulsed, almost like something was pressing against it from the inside, testing it, stretching the glow. I swear I could see fingers, 5 distinct shapes, pressing outward from the wall, distorting the light like someone trapped behind frosted glass. Then a whisper. Right in my ear, like someone kneeling beside my bed, getting tired. I don't know what to do anymore. I can't leave. Every time I approach the door to the apartment, I hear scratching on the other side. And the worst part? I didn't notice this until today. There's no ceiling fixture in my bedroom. I unscrewed the bulb weeks ago. It's just on. And now, as I'm typing this, I can hear the soft hum of something electrical struggling to hold. The glow is starting to pulse again, and something's moving in the corner. If the lights go out, I don't think I'll be writing again. There's a door in my basement that wasn't there before. I shouldn't have opened it. I've lived in this house for almost 4 years now. Quiet suburb. No kids, no roommates, just me and a cat that hates everyone but me. I know this house. Every creak in the floorboards, every drafty window, every spot where the pipes knock when the water heater's running. I know this place, Dot, so when I found a door in the basement that I'd never seen before, I knew something was wrong. Let me back up. I don't go into the basement much. It's unfinished, concrete floor, exposed beams, old water stains on the walls. I only go down there to reset the breaker when the power trips, or to grab something from storage. The stairs creak like hell, and it's always colder down there, even in summer. Still, it's my house. Nothing to be scared of, right? That's why it didn't make sense when I went down last week to grab an old toolbox, and there it was, a door on the far wall, past the furnace. Metal frame, industrial looking, old. The paint around the edges was peeling, as if it had been installed years ago, except I'd never seen it before. I even checked photos on my phone from when I moved in. There's one shot of the basement, messy with boxes everywhere. No door, just bare wall, but now there was a door. I stood there for a good 10 minutes, just staring at it. My cat, Owens, followed me down, but the moment he saw that door, his fur puffed out and he hissed. I've never seen him act like that. He bolted back up the stairs, Dot. I wish I had done the same, Dot, at first. I told myself maybe the landlord installed something and forgot to mention it. But who installs an old, rusted door in someone's basement and doesn't say anything? And how? Could it have been installed when that wall is the exterior wall of the house? Against all better judgment, I approached it. It had a handle. No lock. And written across the metal surface in flaking red paint were 3 words. Do not open. Look, I'm not stupid. I'm not the guy in horror movies who hears a noise and goes, hello? But I stood there for a long time debating what to do. Every instinct I had was telling me leave it alone. But here's the thing. It was too quiet. If you've ever been somewhere so silent that your ears start inventing sounds, you know the feeling. My own heartbeat sounded loud. The fluorescent light above me buzzed faintly, but somewhere beneath it, I swear I heard breathing. Not steady, not natural, like someone trying not to breathe. I don't know what possessed me, but I grabbed the handle and pulled. It didn't open outward. It slid sideways, like one of those heavy doors in industrial freezers. Cold air rushed out around me. Not basement cold. This was fridge cold. The kind that makes your teeth hurt. Behind the door was a hallway. Concrete floors. Concrete walls, lit by dull, flickering fluorescent strips along the ceiling. It looked wrong, like a maintenance hallway for a building that didn't exist. I should have closed it. I should have, but I stepped inside. The moment I did, the air changed. Not just colder, thicker, somehow. Like the humidity before a storm, but with the metallic scent of blood mixed in. My footsteps echoed softly on the concrete. There were no doors, no pipes, no markings. Just the hallway stretching ahead, gently curving to the left, out of sight. That's when I heard it. Click, click, click. It sounded like footsteps, but wrong. Like something with too many joints, too many limbs. Soft, deliberate clicks, echoing faintly from around the bend. I backed up, slowly. Didn't want to turn my back on the hallway. As I moved, I realized something else. The door was no longer behind me. I spun, expecting to see my basement, the furnace, the messy shelves, but it was just more hallway. Endless gray concrete in both directions. That's when panic hit. I started moving faster. I don't know why I chose left. I just did. The clicking was getting louder, faster, closer. As I rounded the curve, I caught a glimpse of something up ahead. A shape, tall but bent over, as if its back was broken. Pale limbs like stretched wax, with joints that bent the wrong way, like a marionette tangled in its own strings. It stopped when it saw me. Even from the distance, I could tell its face wasn't right. Too many teeth, not enough skin. Eyes like wet marbles, cloudy and unfocused, yet locked directly on me. I ran. I didn't look back. The clicks behind me turned into skitters, like claws on tile. And then, worst of all, I heard it laughing. Not loud. Just a dry, papery chuckle, like old leaves scraping together. I don't remember how long I ran. Eventually, I tripped over something and went sprawling onto the concrete. I braced for claws, for teeth, for the end. But instead, I hit carpet. I was back in my basement. The door was gone. Just smooth wall, like it had never been there. Bones sat on the stairs, yowling at me, his tail puffed out like a bottle brush. It's been 3 days. I haven't slept. The thing is ... I know I was gone longer than that hallway should have allowed. My phone says I was only in the basement for 5 minutes. But I remember hours. I remember running until my legs felt like jelly. And sometimes, late at night, I swear I can still feel that thick, cold air around me, like the hallway's still there, just out of phase, just waiting. And this morning, I found something under the basement stairs, a scrap of paper, torn, yellowed, written in shaky handwriting. It only lets you out the first time. I don't know what happens if I go back down there again, but I'm starting to hear that clicking ... in the walls.